Good morning. Today is our 95th annual conference for the SoCal Network. The theme is The Call. 2 Chronicles 16:9 says, "For the eyes of the Lord range throughout the earth to strengthen those whose hearts are fully committed to Him." You and I are here today because of the call of God in our life. What is the call of God? Here's a basic definition. A calling is God's personal individual invitation to carry out the unique tasks He has for you. We don't always recognize our calling overnight. Sometimes it takes even years to identify what God has called us to do. We see the gifts and talents that He's given to us, and how can we be a blessing to God and to others through the call of God? I have found 5 areas that have helped me identify and strengthen the call of God in my life. Number 1, I can identify a personal encounter with God when I was called. I remember the time, the place, and my reaction when I was called by God to be a minister of the gospel. I can remember it like it was yesterday. I was 12 years old in a Spanish-speaking Pentecostal church, that I can know that God had called me to be a minister. Secondly, I can name others whom I respect that have recognized the call of God in my life. There have been times in my life where I've even doubted my call. But because of these spiritually mature people, they have recognized the call of God in my life and encouraged me to follow that call. Thirdly, I have helped others discover the call of God on their lives. You cannot help others with the call of God if you have not been called of God. But if you've been called of God, then you can identify when you see the call of God on someone else's life. What a great privilege we have, those who are called of God, to now be that encouragement for those who are now being called of God. 4, I've been used by God to see the transformation of others. It is one thing to help others identify the call of God in their life, but it is also important to help them with the transformation of that call into ministry. Can you help them take the next step to becoming spiritually mature with the call of God that is on their life? And number 5, I can see the impact my life is having on others and on my community. A person who is called can cast vision of what God wants to do and inspire others to follow that vision. They have this ability to fill the room with peace and joy and gentleness and kindness. People follow not just because of the position you have, but because of the person that you are. We're excited to see what God is going to do this year at the SoCal Annual Conference. May God continue to strengthen His call on our lives.